I was 16 years old and I started coaching boxing.
Just get out and fight.
Whenever I went to boxing, I think of the beginnings, little boy, a little girl nowadays, that goes to a gym and is just jumping around, wanting to learn how to throw a punch.
You got to punch. You can't win because you won't let the punches go.
If those two guys in a fight, him and Pascal, they need a soccer stadium. There's no way they can hold it in this arena. I never thought I would see anything as exciting as the first fight. This is equaling it and maybe more so for power punches.
You got 3 minutes, man. You got to fight.
Well, you got a 61 underdog, and you know that it was so beautiful about it. We didn't trying to do anything wrong. We just had an exchange, a flash exchange. He gets go, but still he gave us about 4 more minutes of drama, and he was out on his feet. When you look at his phone, still about 3 or 4 more minutes, all the way. He knew what was going on, but just couldn't get his ease from looking back. Great fight, good excitement, and good for boxing.
You haven't did nothing devastating. Your volume of punches is about 20 and 30 punches a round. Just be busy. Just get out and fight. You don't have to worry about it. Let's fight. You go ahead and let some punches go. You ain't showing no urgency. You just relax. Just up and down. Get down. Get excited, man.
And here comes Get It Back. You know, you dream of punch, I guess, but the very seldom do they live up to the expectation. This is even more than you can dream of.
You're not punching enough. And when you land a punch, you're going to take almost 20 seconds before you punch again. You got to step it up. Bang, get right back to him right away. This guy can't hurt you. He ain't even a puncher.
I feel that boxing, amateur boxing, really was crucial in changing my life.
Emanuel Steward was born July 7th, 1944. He passed away at 2:46 in Chicago. Emanuel Steward trained 43 world champions, including Thomas Hearns, Lennox Lewis, Prince Nassim Hamed, Vladimir Klitschko, Michael Moore, Julio Cesar Chavez, Oscar De La Hoya, Evander Holyfield, Leon Spinks, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, Aaron Pryor, Jermaine Taylor, just to name a few. This is a guy that trained even guys that are big on the scene now. Miguel Cotto. You think back at fights. You think back at Lennox Lewis in Memphis against Mike Tyson and him letting Lennox Lewis know that there was no way at all that he was going to lose that fight. You listen to him often telling his fighters let their hands free and having faith. And if that was one thing that Emanuel Steward did with people and with fighters that most people don't have the ability to do, and that was to give them confidence by showing them faith. The heavyweights trained by Emanuel Steward were 34-2-1 in title fights. 34-2-1 in title fights. Started a foundation in Detroit to help endangered youths. You're talking about a guy that grew up with Joe Louis at the Brewster Rec Center in Detroit, been around boxing his entire life since he was 12 years old. You look back at what he's accomplished and the fact that he's in the International Boxing Hall of Fame and he's in the World Boxing Hall of Fame. You look back at Kronk Gym and you remember all of the fighters, especially in the 80s, the guys that were coming out in the orange Kronk shorts, and all of the film at the Dodge Theater in Phoenix to present boxing undercards once a month. You remember the Rolls Royces and all the things that he brought to boxing, and the fact that this was a guy that never had a demanding voice. This was a guy that came into a sport, loved it, had a passion for it, and even when he yelled, was soft-spoken and had the ability to create champions, had the ability to grab normal people with good athleticism and turn them into boxing machines and even do more outside of the boxing ring and into the community. Thoughts and prayers to Emanuel Steward, passed away today in Chicago.